All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, so post Baylor, I will be moving to Paris.
Oh, okay. What? What are you gonna be doing in Paris?
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, but on the internet, I go by SavvyC, and welcome back to SavvyC Scoop. Today marks 5 months of me living here in Paris, France, and I thought, what better way to celebrate those 5 months here than to share with you guys my journey to Paris. So this is going to be the ultimate story time with SavvyC and just detailing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Whoo, child, the ugly parts of my journey here and how I was able to make this dream of mine a reality. So throughout this video, I'm gonna just pop in visually or just with voiceovers as like the narrator to provide you guys context of what was happening. And then as always, any good story starts at the beginning. So let's take it back to August 2019, which at the time I thought would be my last semester of college at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. The fall 2019 semester was one of my best to date. It was so much fun. It was my last semester. I knew I wanted to make the most of it, and I did. October specifically, was every weekend was something. It was homecoming, Halloween, state fair. Like, it was just so much fun. I really, especially now looking back, so glad I took full advantage of it. I went out every weekend. I was turning up. This would be a Halloween. Oh, I miss parties like this. And it was just so much fun. Then November came around, and again, it was just like a lot of laughs, being a senior and thinking I was gonna graduate, saying a lot of goodbyes to people, just a lot of end of chapter moments, but it just felt good because I was able to fully enjoy it. Then your girl messed around and got a little job at AT&T. Now, this is like the first of many things that make the story interesting. November 21st, 2019 was a key day. In this, just the power of the day, it's so crazy. In the same day, within 2.5 hours apart, I took these things called the CLEP, which are college level exam preparation or something like that, made by College Board. So basically think of it like the AP test for college classes. You just have to pass the test and then you get credit for it. I didn't have enough money. I paid my way through school, enough money to just take online classes or just add on to my semester in person. So I decided to just take the CLEP exams for Brit and American literature. Just I can take it one time, pay the quick, easy, significantly cheaper fee of like studying for the test and the test materials and like the whole shebang with the class. And so I did that, and to pass, I think I needed like a 50 or a 45. I forget exactly, but I got 1 point lower. And then for the other test, I got 2 points lower from passing. It's like one of those things like pass, fail, you get it or you don't. And so on the morning that I took that test, and you get the results right away, I found out that I didn't pass the Brit Lit exam by a point. I was shy of a point from passing. 2.5 hours later, I get the AT&T job offer. It was so confusing. It was so conflicting. And then right after I got the AT&T job offer, I went to talk to someone in degree and certificate, commencement people. And she said that the odds of me graduating and properly walking in December, a month from that day, December 21st, were slim to none. So this is, again, this is the first of many roadblocks. And it was just this crazy, just significant dilemma of okay, here I am. I got a job immediately after college. That's super rare, especially as a journalism major. And then I am not able to graduate. What am I gonna do? Looking back in December, I was kind of in denial. I was just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna focus on the present. Think about just, graduation and everything. This is the last day of class. I just really wanted to document these times and just enjoy everything. Training my last assignment, Christmas parties. Christmas on 5th is a huge tradition at Baylor. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna focus on the now, enjoy these endings, and then just focus on the graduation stuff later. God will figure it out. This is Christmas on 5th, a huge tradition at Baylor. And then, I went to Dallas, went to the Big 12 championship game. We played Oklahoma and lost. Jalen Hurts, still fine. Oh my gosh. And again, I was just thinking about it, but I remember just not wanting it to down my mood. I was like, I'm not gonna let this stress me out. I'm gonna enjoy it. Then comes the hard pill to swallow. But I forgot to mention earlier, I found out that for the December 2019 commencement ceremony, it was like the first time, and I don't know in Baylor's history, but the first time in a while, they were allowing non-certified commencement, meaning you could walk and participate in graduation, really just, for the aesthetics and, keeping, face, if you will, participate in graduation even though you're not 100% done with your degree, which was me. I was only 6 credits shy of graduating. I finished all my journalism classes, which was my major, finished all my French classes, which was my minor. I just had these 2 literature classes left. So I thought I was able to fall under that. Professors and staff members told me about it. They're like, oh, go for that, try that. So I was like, oh, what are you doing? But God, the midnight hour, God pulls through, all this stuff, right? And so this is the email where I learned that I didn't qualify for it. So I'll skip through this real quick. So a student seeking a bachelor's, master's, or education specialist degree who is enrolled in or has completed significant coursework to complete degree requirements in a term may participate as a degree candidate, in commencement ceremonies at the end of the term. Parentheses and highlighted. For the purposes of determining sufficient coursework under this policy, a student must have received a final grade in incomplete notation, parentheses letter I, or withdrawal notation, parentheses letter W, for relevant coursework. So, since my classes were going to be taken through the CLEP, which had been considered a transfer T, it didn't qualify me for this program, this loophole, if you will. So it was for sure official that I was not going to walk in December 2019 commencement, thus not graduate, which would then jeopardize my job. But again, that did not stop me. I had my grad party with my roommate, Christina. Hey girl, hey, if you're watching this. And we again had so much fun. She was graduating December 2019 as well, or she did. We were both journalism majors. We had classes together since the first semester of college. I took my grad pictures with Robbie. Shouts to Robbie. I was like, I'm still graduating. And all of them knew the situation. They're like, still go for it. Graduation day was tough because I just woke up and just immediately felt like I was going to be on the outside looking in on something that for several months I thought I was going to be a part of. I was so happy for my friends. I was able to celebrate with them. But, obviously I, felt like gypped or jaded. I was just genuinely confused why I wasn't, down there with my friends like I planned to. And so I just, the tears came about 3/4 of the way into the ceremony. And I remember running to the bathroom and I was like, Savannah, we gotta get together. We got pictures coming up, we gotta get together, be happy for your friends. But I was, a mess, right? An emotional mess. And then to make matters worse, when I get home, right? So after going through graduation, dealing with that, going to people's grad parties, saying goodbyes, taking pictures with them, wishing them congrats, all this stuff. And then 2 people asking hey, weren't you supposed to be? I was like, we ain't talking about that right now. I come home to find a box from AT&T, welcoming me to the family, welcoming me to the fold, as well as my license, which turned out wasn't a full, proper license, which then jeopardized and made me ultimately lose my AT&T job offer. And then I had to clean out my apartment. So it was just a very emotionally compounded, stressful day that just really just made me question life and why things are just happening the way they were. I was just really just confused and looking for answers. Clear out my apartment. I ended up, hanging out with Kayla, who we'll get into her a little bit later. Ended up staying with her for a little bit and was just so confused, 4 days before Christmas, before I headed home. I head home and then that didn't go well. Kind of, just out loud to my family, state to them, what went wrong. And then I was like, what, it's a new year coming up, a new decade, LOL. And I was like, let me just focus on the new year. Let's bring in 2020 the right way. So I fly back to Texas from the DMV and celebrate New Year's.
Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's the naivety for me. I really thought 2020 was gonna be. We really thought 2020 was gonna be our year. LOL. So, New Year's hype dies down, but it was a good New Year's Eve. My goodness, oh my gosh, one of the best to date. But that dies down. I start my last 2 classes for real this time through the local community college online, Brit and American Lit. Then I ended up finding a job and getting it. I worked at Magnolia Bakery, and was just there as a little hostess, whatever. I was lucky the best worst employee, I feel like, you know, I was trash, but, you know, did the job. And then just kind of was trying to find what was going on, like my purpose, if you will. Story comes around, it was more the same thing. It was my first time going out in public, which was really scary for me because I was gonna see like my peers and was nervous for them to see me like this, not successful, not winning. Then I had, you know, Valentine's, Sheila's birthday, and then things were starting to look up because I was done with classes and we booked our trip. We had a cruise to the Bahamas for our last final spring break. So then we start March 2020. Dun, dun, dun. So I turned in my last two, you know, final assignments for each class. This is me turning in, I think, the Brit Lit one. And just like that, your girl is done with Brit Lit. And I turned in my American Literature one as well. And then I find out that I'm officially a Baylor alum. My last 6 credits, which probably did not graduate in December. It's fine. Are now.
What's that you said? Your grades are posted?
They're posted. And what they say? British Literature, A. American Literature, C.
Period.
It's okay, it's a C. Because C's get what? University, run it. Run it. You see this? Run it. Run me my degree. It has been 4 years.
4 years.
Try to take me out. They try to take me out, Cooper. They try to take me out. But I'm here and I'm done. I'm done.
Yes.
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done. Just like that. I am a Baylor alumna. Oh my gosh.
How's it feel?
Oh no.
Just want to remember this moment forever.
Wait, the document. Okay, today it is 5/23, Thursday, March 5th, 2020. Then it's like, guess who's back? Hey, back again. Hey, SavvyC back. Hey, tell a friend. You feel me? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm back, baby. Like, I'm done with college. College had to take me out, but I'm back. I came out on top. So it was my boy Sean's birthday. Shouts to him, my guy. He turned 21. He went down to Austin to celebrate him. Then the very next day, we fly out to West Palm Beach to dock the plane. Not dock the plane. Go to the port to get onto the boat to go to the Bahamas for our cruise. My first ever cruise. And just had so much fun, my gosh. Like, this is the best trip together. And we purposely didn't have any cell service or Wi-Fi. We just really wanted to enjoy that trip, which now in retrospect, so glad we made that decision. So proactive of us to do so. Then we get back to the mainland, and as we get service, it just hears that, you know, we are casually in panic. I remember just being like, and you can see in the vlog if you guys want to check it out. I was like, I think we're like in like, you know, a national like global, I didn't say pandemic, I was like, I think like everything's in panic, like we're just in a casual global health crisis. And yeah, just things changed instantly for everyone, and we had no idea what was to come. And so in the beginning of quarantine, like everyone was just, you know, sitting around looking at movies, learning new skills. And I decided with my first full day of quarantine, March 17th, to apply to this little school called the American University in Paris. And, you know, I'm so glad I did. I hit submit. Thank you for submitting your application to the American University of Paris. We'll be in touch shortly. So 3 weeks to go, right? 3 weeks to wait. Cut to April. This is when pandemic life really hit hard for me. This is when, you know, I guess the stages of denial and grief set in. Ben Long passed away, and he is the first person I met outside of my mom and like the doctors and nurses when I was born. And he passed away from a heart attack in his sleep. And that, like, not being able to go back to the DMV and just like be with Angie and just be with my mom and just see everyone, like, really just hit me, like seeing his funeral over Facebook Live was just like, oh, this is gonna be like our new reality now. And that was just a really terrible reminder of that. And then just a bunch of other things, just trying to find purpose, going outside more, wandering around campus. Things just felt really empty and quiet and just slow, and it sucked. And then I was at the library one day and I came across this quote about books. And I don't know, it just kind of triggered something in me of just like, yeah, let me start reading more books. And to do so, I started Cover to Cover, which is now, I Know That's Right, my little weekly video series where I give spoiler-free book reviews. And that really just made me so comfortable talking and creating again, and being comfortable with kind of my own skin in a way. And I'm so glad I was able to create that platform for myself. Then May comes around, and again, this is just a month and just another chapter ender. I deactivated my Twitter account, left GroupMe's, was officially certified for graduation, but had the biggest meltdown the day before graduation. Graduation was on Facebook Live again, and I just felt so weird. I came across this Gary Vee video, which I don't think I can post it because, copyright, but I'll link it in my description box below. And it was just a really great, reminder that in a weird way, the disruption that the world was experiencing was, the best thing that could happen to us. And I was like, Gary, how'd that work? But again, now I totally understand where he's coming from. I can see it now. But in the time, I was like, I didn't see it. And then America started Americaning. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. And, the Black Lives Matter Spirit Week happened across the country. And I was like, girl, I can't. And then after just processing what all happened in such a short period of time, of seeing the riots across the country in various cities, seeing just the death, having so many people reach out to me and ask, what should they do? What, things they want me to do or whatever. It was just a lot in a short period of time. It was just a lot to process on top of just, again, trying to figure out what life is going to look like. Coming to terms I won't have a proper college graduation, something as, quote unquote frivolous as that, to what's, what are we going to do for the rest of the year? What are we going to do, next year? So just all these things are happening. It was just a lot going on, just a lot of stress and anxiety and panic. And then June comes around, and later June, and things started happening. I got accepted into AUP, literally 4 years after my flights when I went to Europe by myself. I went to Spain, France, and Italy with a group from my high school as my high school graduation gift. And now here I am just graduating college and starting this new chapter of my life where I was accepted into AUP. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go for this. The fact that I got accepted, despite everything good in the world, I'm going to go for this. And I'm so glad I did. And then I told my family. Film this as I do it. So share screen, Google Chrome.
Is Dad still there?
He's getting ready to go to work.
Okay.
All right. So I made a Prezi to announce my next plans post Baylor University. All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. So post Baylor, I will be moving to Paris.
Oh, okay.
What? What are you going to be doing in Paris?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, for guest rooms.
We'll see. I'll definitely have a couch. We'll see about a guest room, but definitely a couch. Then after telling my family, which had no clue that I even applied to the school, let alone know about AUP, I announced it on social media and, told the world that way. I got my little dress, got a little beret, went outside to our little garden in the parking lot, and just posted and just shared the good news of my post-grad plans. It felt so good to have Baylor post-grad, post-college plans. I was like, I'm gonna stream from the rooftop. And it was so crazy because the second I shared it, in the days and weeks following it, so many people were reaching out to me like, oh my gosh, I remember when you were talking about Paris, you're trying to go to France, and I'm so glad that you're finally able to do it. So it's just crazy how you manifest something unknowingly for so long and it comes to fruition. Then July comes around, shouts to my Cancers with Blues, my birth month. So, after getting into AUP, things started, happening quickly. So I applied to, you know, campus France. I then started saying bye to people, which was sad. Bye. And again, just reminded me of just what's to come.
Bye, G. Love you.
Then I had my 22nd birthday, and Kayla outdid herself. Oh my gosh, that's the best birthday despite quarantine. She really went above and beyond. Had a full day of surprises for me, made me cry like at least 3 times, and it was just like such a fun day together. Went to Dallas and came back and just had such a fun day. Then I got to go back to the DMV, hang out with my grandparents and my family. We had like a birthday graduation party. Then I got rid of like everything, basically most of my stuff. We finally finished our Paris puzzle we were super proud of. And it was starting to hit me like I'm leaving Texas and then I'll be leaving America. And so just getting rid of stuff physically, getting rid of my books. This is low-key the hardest part, getting rid of all my books, donated to a local library in Waco, saying goodbye to the Rogers, and just really, again, just reminding me of like these chapters are coming to a close. You know, my 4 years in Texas are coming to a close. Then we left our beautiful safe haven despite the pandemic and the craziness that's happening outside. The 3 of us, you know, 2 of us and Cooper, her dog, were able to just make, you know, a safe haven, a place of peace for us. So we were leaving that behind. That was kind of sad. Then August comes around. I leave Texas for good, and we knew that. All right, guys, my last day in Texas with my girl. Don't cry. We're good. I'm gonna see you again.
Right.
She's gonna come to the DMV
Right.
for your birthday, which
Yes,
is in
you are.
10 days.
Is it 10? It is in 10 days. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Completely like just slipped my mind.
10 days. We got it. Shouts to the fellow Leos out there. Leo rising, so you know. I'm happy. And then we at the Killeen Fort Hood Regional Airport, first time here.
Clean to about. Oh my God, that is. So
Anyways,
good.
all right.
Too puffball. Oh
She even know. She ain't remember her own set. Shake it my head. But yes, so that's it. Look at all the suitcases I have.
So much.
All my stuff. All my lovely stuff. And then I have my box in the back seat, which we were trying to go to the UPS store to get or to ship off, but
Lesson learned, you go to the store in the morning.
right. But 4:15, so my flight takes off at like 3:30ish now. About to take these in. Good to go.
You're gonna leave me forever?
Not forever. Oh my gosh, no. I'm gonna see you again. That's why I'm trying not to cry now, because I'm gonna see you again.
Right, because literally in less than 10 days.
Less than 10 days,
9
literally.
days.
Yeah.
I will be in DC, you know, up in Baltimore, all that. And yes, we're gonna see each other.
Yes.
Before you leave me forever, like really.
But yes, so not now. Let's not to rush that part. Okay. All right.
2 square meters, 1,050 euros. So let me see where it is. Okay, it's in the 15th arrondissement. I think it's like 25 minutes max from school.
Oh, perfect. Okay. By walking, metro?
By metro
Okay.
line 12.
Okay. Okay, update. It is 8:55 and I'm done. So how it works, I thought I was going to tour all 4 on the call, but instead you just look at your priority list and my number 1 was still available. The number 2 was pending to another student. So whoever was ahead of me liked that one already, which makes sense because that one is in the same arrondissement or district neighborhood as the school, so super close to school, so it makes sense why it was gone. But the first one I want, my screensaver is still available. So what she's gonna do, I met with this woman in housing. She's gonna contact the landlord and then we're gonna meet tomorrow. I guess the 3 of us, the 2 of us, we'll see. And yeah, we'll go from there, and if I like it, I guess that's when I'll see the videos and like we'll do another Microsoft Teams to get like a full tour. And if I like it from there, then we good to go. But that's really getting at how short that took. I just knew it was gonna take all day. Or not all day, but it was blocked off for 30 minutes. So I was like prepared. I had my questions ready, all that. But no, it didn't take literally any of that. So at this point, me and Kayla literally like started to become like twins. We're a month apart exactly, like day, month, year, same year, everything. I'm a Cancer Leo rising. She's a Leo Cancer rising. Like it was crazy, like all this stuff, right? So she comes to the DMV. We both lived in the DMV. Our families still live there. Got to see Black Lives Matter Plaza, bike around the city, celebrate her birthday, which I tried to do it justice, but it was hard with the pandemic. Then said bye to my cousin. And then again, just with Kayla leaving and saying our final goodbye for which was gonna be a while, and then my cousin and my aunts and just my mom came as well. Everyone's saying goodbye. Or my mom didn't come till September. That she comes later on, it comes in September. It was just reminding me of, like, you know, it's really ending. And then with their goodbyes came in with, you know, the new beginnings of Paris. So it is a Monday, August 14th, and I'm off to go do my VFS interview. It's finally happening. I have my stack of papers in here nice and neatly, and I'm excited. Hey guys, so it's 11:13 on Thursday, what's today? 27th. Power of a day, man. Power of a day. So last time I was talking to you guys, I was really gingerly and just like, you know, speaking tongues over my email to VFS Global, to the DC French consulate, telling them, you know, this is all I got, please let me in, blah, blah, blah. So I got the email this morning saying that's been processed, and I double checked with the reference number that I have, my tracking number, and it says that my visa is ready to get, like, it's ready, it's at the consulate, and if I did a pickup option, I can come through at the collection hours. So the collections hours are from 4 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'm gonna go tomorrow, and it's crazy. Like, I was told I was gonna take 20 business days. Like, at most, I guess it would take, like, or on average it would take 20 business days, and it took less than 2 weeks. And it could have been even faster if I just had the initial letter. So, what is for you will not miss you. I'm really learning that through all of this. Like, once, you know, God has it for you and is part of your story, the road to it might be a little bumpy, but it's gonna happen. So it rains raining, which kind of blows, but got my visa officially. We out here. So it's exciting, and it's crazy too because it's off of L in Vermont. Hold up, I don't know if you guys can see that. And I was born on L Street, so very full circle. Got my housing deposit in. We going to Paris, baby. We going to Paris, baby.
Academic presentation.
Things all here.
How you doing?
Hello. I'm so excited.
What's your email on there?
Can you open it?
The 7th, so I'm officially a week out. It's been crazy, really roller coaster of emotions today. I'm treating this like my last, or yesterday/today, like last days of summer, and like starting to get more routine, you know, waking up before noon and not going to bed at 4 a.m. So I woke up at 9 today, very proud of myself. But I've just been really anxious. Like, I'm super excited of just like how real this is starting tomorrow, and every day from that, every weekday from that, I'll have a live Microsoft Teams session with someone at the school of just like a meeting or an orientation related thing or whatever. And then my flight obviously is next week, and then I'll physically be there, housing, everything. So it's all coming together, but I've just been really anxious, and that's been reflecting on my health. In the ER, guys. It's always something. I've had shortness of breath. I'm back post ER look, picked and prod. Do you see this? Both arms. Apparently I have, what are they called, butterfly veins, or they needed a butterfly needle to get to my veins, and my veins are really tiny. I don't know. It was a mess, but basically just I have inflammation in my chest, and that was what's causing the shortness of breath and my lightheadedness. And more than likely, that's from stress. SavvyC don't need more stress. And I think too, what really kind of triggered it maybe this morning was just like a week from today is when like I really arrive in Paris and have like my first day and first night there. And so I think as like a subconscious level, I like really peeped that and like reminded myself of that, and this was just like kind of freaking out. And like cases are rising in France and Spain and somewhere, I think maybe Germany or another country, but France and Spain, and it's just like, oh, like I just want to go. September 11th, 9:21 a.m. Big day. This is like where a lot of last things to complete the checklist. So I have a COVID test at 10, orientation group meeting over Microsoft Teams at 11, COVID test at 12:55, advising to sign up for classes at 1, and then shipping off my 11. I'll show you guys. We're shipping her off, and I'm going to suspend my service with AT&T. And yeah, and then this is the progress on packing. I'll show you guys. We're getting there slowly but surely. Right now, I just have to really just decide everything that's left over. Like, what do I really want versus what I'm going to keep here? Or I have a few blankets, too, that I'm thinking about shipping to myself. So, we shall see. But yeah, so that's today. Guys, I'm registering for classes. And look, my girl Anna, holding it down, check it in. Appreciate you, sis. I think I'm doing this right. So, like, you hit credit. And so I just had my advising session. Oh, I'm going to do this out of order. Oh, well, I'll film the other one. But had my advising, so I'm good to go. I'm having 3 classes back-to-back on Mondays and Thursdays. No classes on Tuesday, baby. No classes on Friday, period. And then only have 1 class on Wednesdays. So we are good to go. Guys, guess what? I'm going to Paris today. Let's go. Hello everyone. What a morning. What a morning. I'm about to eat some Chick-fil-A now. I'm sitting here. A mess. Not a mess. Just a global pandemic and flying internationally don't mix. That's what I learned today. So I was gonna fly Air Canada. With 2 stops in Toronto and Montreal. You know, Drake wanted me to listen to the album, you know what I'm saying? On their account, Air Canada did this. So tell me why. I pulled up this morning talking about no, unless you're like a Canadian national citizen, like citizen or foreign national, can go travel through Canada. So I can only like be there and then go. Oh no, that was the first plan. I was gonna go Toronto, Paris, and that didn't fly. Ha! No pun intended. And so I'm there for over an hour. I just kind of just like practicing my mantras, my deep breathing, all that. But I'm just like, you know what? God did not take me this far. So I'm stranded in DCA. So my dude, I can't think of his name right now. It starts with the M. He looked like homie from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not Terry Crews, the other black guy. I can leave with him right now. Making a bunch of calls. He started off real hostile. He was like, "What are you doing here? What business?" He said, "What business do you have going to France?" I said, "Excuse me?" But then warmed up to me. And was able to arrange a flight for me to Delta. So now it's DCA, Detroit, out of all the places, Detroit to Paris. I said, as long as I get to Paris, and as long as I don't have to pay extra. But so yeah, I had to walk to Terminal B from Terminal A, which is a bit of a hike with all my luggage. But again, I'm here. It's like 11:30ish. The gate's right down there, check-in's right down there, and I'm pre-checked, so we good on this side. Flight leaves at 1. Be in Detroit for like 2 hours. Get some more food there. And still eat. Like I'm in Paris. It's good to go.
In Detroit, when the local time is 2:06 p.m., please remain seated.
In Detroit. I'll show you guys. It's really cute. I like how light it is in here. Very open air. And I'm about to eat my last American supper, if you will. Guess what it is? Last one. So first is Chick-fil-A for breakfast, like lunch, brunch. Then we got Bobby. You know the vibes. It had to be. It had to be. You know, nothing else. I gotta close it out. I'm in Detroit. I had to. I was wishing that they had like something more like authentically Detroit. I know like they have a lot of like there's this wing spot that's really famous here, but everything's like, well, not everything, but a good majority of things are closed, so you make do. And so it was this, Subway, or McDonald's. So I went with this. It's so funny. There's a lot of white people online. And he was like, "This isn't what I ordered." And I was like, "Bro, you got Popeyes in Detroit. You gonna get what you get. If you think, keep pushing. We ain't got time." That was really funny though. I was like, "You cannot ask the manager here, sir. That is not how this establishment works." It was really funny. Yeah. Ooh, look good. Ooh. I was gonna get 2 legs, but instead, they ran out of legs, so he came into breast. I had chicken for both meals, dang. So much for variety. Alright guys, so I'm here. I think that's the plane. Yeah, 46A, that's us. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like really hitting me. Like it says like Charles de Gaulle on the sign. I just got really nervous. I'm gonna see if I can ask about my seats and try to like maybe upgrade it, or you know, see if I can be spaced out. We'll see. There's only me and another lady here, but we're like super early, so it's only like 5. Alright, hold on, let me see. It's 5. Oh, they haven't changed the time. I just only see the okay, yeah, it's 5:06, 5:07, so, and we leave at 6:30, so super early, but I just got really nervous. I went to the bathroom, and just like, it's really starting to hit me. Last and most important check-in of them all is we are approved. You see that? You see that? Detroit, Paris, de Gaulle is focusing. You see it, you see it. Every airline, every desk I've had to check in at has had to call someone, except for DCA to Detroit, to here, so in the country. But they've had to call, I've had 3 different agents have to call their people to be like, "Hey, is this girl allowed to come?" Acting like I'm not in front of them. But yeah. But I was like telling her, I was like, "Yeah, girl." She's like, "Yeah, I saw you had an eventful morning." I was like, "Yes, it's stressful." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yes," like, and I feel like it's stressful for the airline workers too, because they're just just as fast as like we as in like the travelers, those who are trying to go there, they have to know all of this stuff, and it's like literally different per like country. And like, you know, there's one point where students were allowed in, now students are allowed in, so she has to like figure, you know, you have to keep up with that, and that's hard. And especially when she's working for Delta goes everywhere, so we all struggling. Miss Rona really taking a toll. She's like, I can't wait till all this is over. I was like, girl, me too, you've been too quiet. Alright guys, I'm back. Coming at you from the plane bathroom. Do you see these lights? These lighting? Like, I feel like I need this in my future house. Like, oh, 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 oh. We have 5.5 hours left. We're somewhere over the Atlantic. And of course, as you can see, full of energy. I'm full of energy. So sweet. Out like a light. Manual customs. Pew, 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 pew. So I'm here about to go get baggage. She's trying to look at. She's like, "What are you here for?" I was like, "School." She's like, She said, "Have a good day." I was like, "Oh, ma'am." I said, "You know, I'm gonna be turning up soon." But girl, you know, I'm here for education. Okay, so Thursday. But let me see if I can find a stay up real quick, guys. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Rose, Charles de Gaulle. So, about to begin my luggage, and then log on to Wi-Fi, and then things are getting to go. We here, baby. We here, baby. The gang's all here. We made it, baby. Intact, sturdy, looking good. Lock still on. We love to see it. Good too. Peep how empty it is. Like there's no one here. All right, guys, coming to you from the RER train. It's like the metro, but you know, in French. Here with the crew. And it's gonna be a journey. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. Guys, I'm here in Paris in my apartment, sitting on my couch. I'm exhausted. I was good on the train stops, but the metro stop is what did me in, because you had to go down to the metro and then go back up. But going back, like going through the stop and like going up the escalator, and just opened up, and like, you know, you saw like the Osmond architecture, and like I saw the signs and everything, and I just like, it really hit me in that moment. I was like, oh, this is like a thing, you know. So or not a thing, like this is my life struggling. It was like I kind of went round for round, but I finally found it. All good to go on that front. But I just sit here, I'm just like, wow, I'm here. It sucks I don't have service or anything or Wi-Fi, so I have to like physically leave here to go get those stuff. That's the only bummer I would say right now. And I can't charge my phone either. Or I can charge it. Could I? I just can charge it through my laptop, as long as my laptop's on, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna take a shower, change, get some food, find some Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm just gonna shower, change. Yeah, shower, change, food, Wi-Fi, and then come back. I'm off to do that. I'll end it here. we'll see how I put this all together. This is the end of my journey to Paris. I am now in Paris, France. I, Savannah, SavvyC on the internet, am in Paris, France. I'm a resident. This is my address. Like, I have a mailbox out there. I have keys. My visa is with me. Like, this is it. I'm here. And I've always, like, you know, have like wanted, you know, believe in faith and all that, but like it's different. Like, not going through this experience, especially what I've been through in the past 48 hours alone, like what is for you won't miss you, and you just gotta have faith and stick to just the end goal, and don't let the little petty stuff, the minor things, get to you. Or not even just don't let it like deter you. There you go. I mean, obviously it can get to you. You know, you have your emotions, feel those, but don't let it deter you from keep going. Just keep going, keep pressing. It's worth it. It ain't over. So God says it's over. If you are still watching this video, which I know is going to be so long because I'm very long-winded with these little videos I'm making, but I really, really appreciate you. Hope you got something out of this. Hope that you'll join me on this journey, in my Parisian journey that I'm really looking forward to and I'm super excited about. Yeah, it's so surreal, and I'm really blessed and thankful. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, I'm sending love to wherever you are in the world. And why I can say that, especially because I was like in the States and stuff, but now it's like in the world, like you can be, you know, anywhere in the world watching this. I'm sending my love to you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.